Hey y'all, welcome back.
It's Wednesday, so you know
We're winging it.
Last week on Winging It, we talked about it being time to start looking forward and start getting prepared for where you might want to travel in the summer as things start to open up. And so we thought we'd give you an update because since then we've gotten some new information on a few things that are going to be opening. And we're really excited, so stay tuned. Okay, so if you're new to our channel, we publish a video every Sunday and Wednesday here. And on Wednesday videos, we wing it. And what we do is we set the timer on my phone for 10 minutes, talk about the topic. When the timer goes off, we wrap things up. Totally unedited, and you get what you get. So 10 minutes on the clock, if I can see it. We're winging it.
All right. Well, we're going to start it off by, it's the summer here. And believe me, today we've got sunglasses on. It's really warm. So instead of winterizing down here in Texas, we got to summerize. I just coined a new term there, I think. And what we did over the last couple days, well, one, I was going to show you, we put Reflectix or whatever, something like that.
Yep, it's an insulation.
It's an insulation, and we put it in all of our cabinets and stuff on the inside. Lee, thank you, Lee, when we were at Jamaica Beach, he was our neighbor, and they had a Tiffin, and they did that, and they told us we could buy the material at Red Bay. So when we were there at the Tiffin store there, they sell it by the foot, so we bought enough to do all of our cabinets. And it's just another insulation. Now, I'm telling you, it's made a world of difference already.
It's amazing the difference that it's made. And
yeah.
We got our Magna shades up.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yeah, so we had to get our Magna shades up, and that's made a big difference. So, we feel like we're ready as far as our insulation and Magna shades to go in the heat. In Texas, if you're going to be here during the summer, it's hot, and I think that Reflectix works on any kind of RV pretty much.
Yep.
We've heard of a lot of other people doing it. Of course, some people put it in their windshield and stuff, like with a Class C, or
in their other windows.
We've seen a lot of that. But think about your cabinets, because your cabinets against the walls, it helps it, and it does make a difference. So
yeah,
there's that.
There is that. So now we're ready with that, and so the big news though is, we said we were going to be kind of watching to see when some of the campgrounds were going to be opening up for reservations.
Yeah, we got big news on that.
As you know, the Texas state parks right now they've been open for day use for a while. Now, for the last couple of days, they've been open for camping in some of the state parks in Texas, but only for those folks who already had reservations.
Yep.
And whose reservations had not already been canceled.
Unfortunately, that was not us.
So we've been checking we're not only keeping a check on that because we don't know when that reservation system's going to open up yet, but we've been checking some of the other campground style options around Texas, things like Corps of Engineer parks, Forest Service parks, River Authority parks. Here in Texas, we also have River Authority parks that are run by different organizations. And the great news is we got a note last night from our really good friend Judy, who's also an RVer, and she had heard about LCRA parks, Lower Colorado River Authority parks, beginning to take reservations. So we checked into it, and guess what? Woohoo!
Yeah!
They are! So you can now book some forward reservations at some of the Lower Colorado River Authority parks. So that is super exciting. That made us think about what about some of the other river authorities. So we checked in And we found that La Vaca Navidad River Authority parks have just started opening up for reservations also.
Yeah.
So that gives you some more options. And we did a little more digging, and some of the Corps of Engineer parks in Texas and probably elsewhere, I would think,
Yeah.
are opening up for reservations and camping today, Wednesday. Woo!
Yeah,
the 20th of May.
So we got in right away. I mean, we have to, guys. This is our lifestyle. We have to find a place to park. But we want to travel. We're ready to get back out and see things. We've never done any one of these types of parks yet. This will be our first in all three of these.
Yep.
So believe me, you're going to be seeing some of this. We're going to be filming on that. And on that note, our next few videos,
Yep.
Sunday videos we're talking about, are going to be some Texas state parks that we visited last summer. And we may have some vlog videos and stuff from that too. So if you see that, don't think we're running around town and stuff like that, but because that was last summer, and but we do have some of those in the can already that we need to go ahead and get out there. And it was almost exactly a year ago when we filmed most of those.
Yeah.
So you're going to be seeing those come up, and some neat and interesting places starting this Sunday.
Absolutely. So we're super excited. Golly, the wind is picking up all of a sudden.
Yeah, I hope we don't have a problem here with the mic.
So we're super excited to be sharing those with you, some more travel videos. And yes, they will be in Texas.
Yes.
And so we wrapped up, if you didn't already see, this past Sunday, we wrapped up our final video for our big trip last summer with Grammy K.
Yeah.
And it was in Grand Teton National Park, the last 3 videos in that series. And what a phenomenal place. If you haven't seen those videos, please go back and check them out, because that should absolutely be on everybody's bucket list, I think.
And do y'all have reservations? Anybody out there? What are y'all doing? Do you have anything booked for the summer, for the 4th of July? You know, we really felt like we needed to get something booked for the 4th of July, because else we wouldn't be able to book.
Yeah, you know, it was kind of crazy. This is where this whole pandemic thing has really kind of wreaked havoc with the full-time community and also part-time RVers, because once everything shut down, the reservation systems for all those parks shut down also. So when we would normally sit down, say in March, and start looking at Memorial Day and 4th of July and all of that, we couldn't do it. Everything was already closed on the reservation systems. And so we were really worried about, since we do have to have a place to park every night as full-time RVers, we were worried about what that was going to mean for us.
Well, and probably most, if not all, of the RV parks in Texas are open, the regular individually owned RV parks, and
Yes.
that's awesome. And we always could revert to that, but really we want to be out in nature. Our first go-to is state national parks and Corps of Engineer and these types of things before we want to book a camp or an RV park. And if we have to, obviously we'll go to an RV park, because there's some great ones in Texas.
Oh, absolutely.
But if we can, we want to be out. So that's the main thing. And I also think in the state parks and the Corps of Engineer parks and stuff, it's actually a little bit safer too, because there aren't going to be distancing wise. That's what I mean, because there's going to be fewer folks there. Your spaces are more spread out. So there's that. I mean, it's good that we'll be a little safer environment.
Well, and not knowing yet, depending on where you go, what's going to be open business-wise, and what those restrictions are for the next few weeks. You know, we really wanted to be somewhere where we could be hiking or biking or kayaking and, being active.
And I know for sure we can cook a meal or two, so I'm not worried. I hope we get to see some mom and pop restaurants that have been open that we will be able to try out. But because obviously they need help. They need, they need money to keep going. So we'd love to hopefully see some of those. But for the most part, we're ready to cook our own meals and just get out in nature and enjoy it. Oh, there's Star.
Right as she's itching.
Star loves it here, obviously, as people have seen before. And, this has been a wonderful place for us.
Oh my gosh, we are so lucky to have great friends like Greg and Carolyn, really extended family. And it's just been a phenomenal place for us to kind of sit and kind of see what was going to happen.
It feels kind of bittersweet, to set those reservations and know that we will be leaving this beautiful place, but
I got to tell you, I got really excited when we started finding places that were taking reservations, and we could find something that fit what we needed size-wise. And we're looking for 50 amp because we do have a 50 amp unit, and it is summer in Texas.
Yeah, and it's all new parks to us, so that's going to be wonderful. And there went our 10-minute ticker.
There's our 10 minutes. Now, before we go though, I really want to know, what are you hearing about the parks in your area? What's opening up? What's starting to take reservations? Let's come together as a group and share that information so that folks will know as they begin to start making their plans for summer, June, July, August, where can they look at maybe going?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So if you would share that information, we'd really appreciate it. And keep on winging it. We'll see you for a Sunday travel video back in one of our fantastic Texas state parks. And until next time, y'all, safe travels.
And happy camping.
Bye.
Bye.